All right, here, welcome to Blue Pen Land again. Okay, so this one's a little bit different because we have the burn rate here, but then they just tell us how long it burns, right? So it's kind of up to us to figure out what the final mass of the rocket is. That 142 kilogram rocket, that's the total mass of it, right? So the initial mass is 142 kilograms, and then the final mass, right? The final mass, we have to subtract 2.15 kilograms per second times the 27 seconds. All right, so let's do that. Let's go 142. Oh, wait, clear. Let's multiply this out. So 2.15 times 27. That's 58.05. So it's minus 58.05. So now I'm going to go 142 minus that answer. And I'm getting 83.95. So the final mass is 83.95 kilograms, right? So this guy here is the initial mass. And then after it burns the fuel, when it says that's the rocket and the fuel, right? And then it burns this off. And so it's got less mass. It's got that much mass to end with. Is that right? Yeah. There we go. All right. So now we're set. Now we can figure out stuff. Let's see. I guess the next thing to do, we should figure out the thrust of the rocket, right? So we're going to go force times time is mass, change of velocity. So we got to find the force, right? Force times 1 second is 2.15 kilograms that it burns in 1 second times 952. Right, and that's 1 second. Okay, so basically the thrust is 2.15 times 952. I'm going to store that bad boy in A. All right, 22046.8. All right, so now we've got the thrust, and now we can figure out the initial acceleration. Right, I think what we want to do then is figure out the weight. So 142 times 9.81. What is that? 142. It's 1393.02. Right, so the initial acceleration is 2046.8 minus 1393.02 equals, what's our mass? 142 times A. Okay, now we're ready to go. Okay, so that's 653.78 divided by 142. 4.60 meters per second squared. All right, so now let's find the final acceleration. Right, and the final acceleration, we got this much mass, right? So 83.95 times 9.81. Got to figure out the weight, the force of gravity, right? Okay, hold on. Did I save that? I didn't. Okay, 83.95 times 9.81 is 823.5495. Okay, so now our thing looks like this, 2046.8. That's the thrust of the engines that we got here, right? Minus, this is 823. So minus 823.5495. That equals 83 times A. Okay. So are we ready for this? Let's see. That guy minus the answer I just got. That divided by 83.95. 83.95. 14.57. So that'd be about 14.6. All right. I think we got it. There you go. So in a type of problem like that where they don't tell you how much the total fuel is, but they tell you the burn rate and the time, right? Remember that kilograms per second times second, of course, gives you kilograms, right? So yeah, it's sort of like you get paid $2.15 an hour and you work 27 hours. You're going to make that much money. Okay, so you got to figure out the mass of fuel, and then it's the same thing. This minus this gives you this. Okay, I think we're good.